Hello explorers, welcome back. So it is that time of the month where we go in. I just want to make sure everybody can see everything. And we do a monthly update. So I got my calculator, I've got my iPad. My iPad has to stay plugged in.
Here, Mommy.
Oh, thank you, baby. My iPad has to stay plugged in because it's got like, I don't know, 4%. But let's go in and do the monthly update. So we start off with the kids' savings, because that is the first thing on the list. Hang on, because I think I have TikTok zoomed in too much. There we go. All right, so in the kids' savings, we have 120, 130, 140, 150, 152, 4, 6, 8, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70, 2, 4, 6, 8, 80, 2, 4, 6, 8, 92. So 192 in here. But I do add what they have in here to what is in their challenge. So we have 192 plus whatever is in their challenge envelope. And they have the same amount in both of theirs, so I don't need to count both of them. So we'll just count Wrigley's. So in here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So plus 24. So they have $216 in their savings. So let me move these out of the way. So last month they had 182. This month they have 216, and both of them have the same amount. I know last month they didn't. Turn my pen back on. Last month they didn't. I fixed that so that they just have the same amount now. So if we take 216 minus the 182, that's a $34 difference this month for Lennox, and it's only a $33 difference for Wrigley because Wrigley had $1 more than her last month. So now in clothing, last month we had $45. This month we have 50, 70, 75. And you guys, I already filmed this once, but this has all changed. Because the first time I tried to film this, I ran out of space and it was just a hot mess because I didn't have the numbers over here yet. And then I hadn't filmed the last Uno yet. So I was like, you know what? This is just my sign that I'm doing this too early because I don't even have all the final, like the final Uno. It wasn't in there. I still had another collab pay that was coming in October. So it technically should have been in these numbers. So I was like, yeah, we're just going to delete this and start over. So all the numbers are different from the first time that I actually tried to film this. And I realized I made a mistake last month when I was adding up my numbers, so I was able to fix that. So in medical, we have 50, 60, 75. 75 in medical. And, oh, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, there we go. 75 in medical, which last month we had 95. So that is a $20 negative. That's okay because I did have, obviously, I had hurt my hand October 1st, so I've spent the month, like, paying for meds and doctor's visits and whatnot. So in car maintenance, last month we had $0 because if you guys remember, at the end of September, I had to drop, like, $1,500 on my car to get it fixed, plus the rental car, plus, like, that was a whole headache. So we have built that back up to $75 so far. So that is a positive $75, which is always great to see. And this month, we'll try to get all of these up to $150. Will that happen? I don't know, but we'll try. Home maintenance last month had $75. This month, it also has $75. I did not add anything to home maintenance this month. Back to school last month had $115. We did pay for the curriculum out of it. However, we completed a challenge. So we now have 20, 40, 60, 81, 110, 120, 125. And so that is a $10 difference. I am actually trying to figure out how, oh no, I guess that makes sense. because the curriculum is $40 and I added in the struggle, which struggle was at $50. So yeah, that makes sense. Holidays I just don't have it written in there. So holidays last month there was $150, which I already know. This month we have $200. So that is obviously a positive $50. I like that all of these except for medical have gone up, which is always, always, always nice to see. So that's it for that binder. Then we have personal care. Let me grab my wallet. Personal care and home needs are in my wallet. So personal care last month had $50 in it. This month it has 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 115. So that is a $65 difference, which is amazing because we spent a lot on personal care this month with face masks and serums and all kinds of stuff. Household last month had $40. This month we have $20, $30. So we went down $10. So that is a negative $10. Okay, and that is it for my sinking funds. Now we're going to go into bill savings, which is always one of my favorite parts, is to get to see like the change in that one. So let me pull down bill savings. I'm going to move the iPad out of the way so that we can just, because this one I add up. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I'll just put the calculator off on this side. You guys just won't see it. So let's start. Trash has nothing. We just reallocated. Gas has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20. And that one is moving along nicely. Water has $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 in it. We had just reallocated this one. Cox Internet has $1 in it. Progressive has 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I do bill savings as a whole each month, since they're always moving around in the envelopes, and I'm not going to keep track of each individual envelope. Plus, this is all going into one account. HOA has 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So plus 29. AT&T has 20, 1, 2, and 3. So plus 23. NV Energy has 1, 200, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 211. Ford has 1, 2, 220, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 226. Mortgage has $1,002. So in total, bill savings has $1,544. And last month, it had $1,317. So 1,544. Subtract last month's 1,317. So that is a $227 change. Love to see that. Monthly. So monthly is going to look a little bit different, you guys. Give me one second. So I know I had told you guys that I was going to put monthly into a high yield savings, and that is still the plan. However, right now is not a good time for me to do that because I have some things going on in the background that I'm afraid of having my money tied up right now, just in case. So instead, I decided just to put it into a high yield savings, a separate one. It is not in the same high yield savings as Bill's savings. It's in a different high yield savings that's only for money that's going towards my CD ladder. So once I know that I'm okay to put it into a CD ladder, I will do that. But until then, at least it's still earning me some money. So this is how much is in the CD ladder for this, or in the CD ladder. This is how much is in the monthly. Last month we had 800. This month we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, and I already made that deposit. If I can remember, well, I won't put a screenshot, and the only reason I won't is because I just did that today. And it takes like, I was actually surprised. It takes like 4 days for it to actually show up in there. It will show up as an incoming or a scheduled transfer, but it doesn't show up in your balance. It doesn't show up in your available balance, nothing until it goes in. And that takes like 4 or 5 days. It's kind of crazy. So I don't know, but either way, it will now be earning interest. So that's extra $100 we put in there. I also felt good about this because if I put it into a CD ladder, it was going to earn 5.3%. The high yield that I put it into is earning 4.3%. So it's only 1% less. And at least I have access to it if I need it. I don't plan on needing it, but once we make this big change that we're waiting on making, it's a possibility that I could need it. And I would hate to be kind of in a predicament where I can't access it. So once I know for a fact we don't need it, it will go into a CD. Supermarket sweep, obviously we do not have that this month, so that's going to be a negative $262. Road trip savings. This is my favorite challenge that I do. So let's go in, and I only keep track of like long-term challenges. I do not keep track of all the little ones because those ones are always changing. So last month in road trip, we had $555. This month we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 650, 670, 690, 710, 720, 722. I don't know what this is doing. So 722 minus 555 is a positive $167 that we have put into here, which makes me super happy. And this is for Paycheck, because I know I'm going to get asked, why do you have 2 road trip savings challenges? I do one with Paycheck and one with Collab Pay because they're just really great, like, big long-term savings challenges, and they're fun. So I do one for both, and then I keep track of Slytherin because that's my other, like, long-term savings challenge that I'm working on. It's not, like, crazy long-term, but I'm doing it very slowly. So Slytherin last month had 158. This month it has 100, 150, 170, 190, $203. So 203 minus last month's 158 means we have put in 45. We have put in $45 this month. And that's it for ones that I keep track of individually. Now, I am adding in a new one I'm going to be keeping track of, and that's Build a Savings. So obviously last month we did not keep track of it because we weren't really doing it last month. Last month we were doing, we finished up Supermarket Sweep. Now we're doing Build a Savings, and this is going to be another like long-term challenge, so it will get added in. So this will be our first time counting this. So obviously last month we had 0, and this month we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. I don't remember what I just counted. My phone gave me a warning that it was going to die, and so now I don't remember. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So $146. That is pretty darn good. And that one is contributed to by all of my binders. 146, right? You guys, I can't. That one is contributed to by all of my binders because I kind of use it as a catch-all because it has every number 1 through 15. So no matter how much I have left over, I know there's a spot in Build a Savings to put it in, and that's why I created that one. So now the second road trip savings that I keep track of is from Collab Pay. So we're going to go do that one, or check that one, I guess. Last month in road trip savings for Collab Pay, we had $875. This month we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and $8. So $1,108. So minus $875, we put in $223 this month. That is not that much, honestly. That's not a huge change for Collab Pay. But I really didn't do many Collab Pay videos this month, and we didn't really, I think TikTok Pay was like, what, $50? So it wasn't really enough to do one. We didn't keep track of Disney last month, but previously we had been keeping track of the travel one. And then last month it zeroed out because we took it for the car. So this month, starting this month, we will start keeping track of the Disney one. Again, it's another long-term. It's a $5,000 savings challenge. And so in that one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 45, 46. So $1,046. So that is fantastic. And I do keep track of these in really weird ways that might be confusing for some people, but that's because I have two incomes. $1,046. So obviously that is a $1,046 difference. Now, here is how I keep track of this. This $658 is the combination of all of my binders. That is what I keep track of. Let me think. So, okay, here we go. So I keep track in two ways. I keep track here, 4,027. That was the total of just the envelopes that we kind of track. So sinking funds and then like the long-term savings challenges. That last month was $4,027. But then I also do one where I keep track of literally all of my binders, minus bills, obviously. But I keep track of all of my binders, and that was the total of all of my binders combined. Just because I like to know, even though I have some that are like mini challenges that, you know, aren't going to come in here because in a week they could be completed and be put somewhere else and it's just too hard to keep track of. I do like to know in total what I have. So that's what we're going to do really quickly. So let's go through and do that. Let me move this out of the way. So in this first envelope, or first one, we have $42. In this one, we have 50, 70, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. In this one, we have 15, 16, 17. In this one, I don't need to count it. I can just look at here. We've got a 5 and a 3. In this one, we've got a 7 and a 2. In this one, we have 10 plus 10. In this one, we've got 19 and 24. In this one, we have 27 plus 29. I'm not going to recount this. I'll just look at what we just wrote in. For road trip, we had 1,108. So I'll add that. In Disney, I'm not going to recount it. We just wrote in that we had 1,046. In Etsy supplies, we have 250. In this one, there's 390 in here. I know this. That is it for this binder. Now let's add, where did it go? I don't even know where I put it. Oh, my bill savings binder. I'm obviously not going to sit and recount all of that. So we'll just, bill savings had 1,544. Sinking funds, I don't need to recount the kids. We just counted them. So plus 216, plus 216, plus... This is where I can just go down with the numbers we already went through. Clothing had 75. Medical had 75. Car maintenance had 75. Home maintenance had 75. Back to school had 125. Holidays had 200. That's it for this binder. Slytherin, we already counted. It had 203. This one, we'll just go through and add the numbers in. These are all new ones that don't have any money. Lots and lots of empty ones. This road trip had 722. That's it for this binder. This binder, in this one we have 50, 70, 95. In this one we have, okay, Beaver walked into a bar has 50, 60, $63. Bougie has 20, 30, 45, 46, 47. So plus 47. Pumpkin Spice Latte has 20, 40, 50. This one's got 7 in it. This one we have not scratched yet. This one has 8 in it. This one is not scratched yet. I know that Star Notes has 18. Disney has 110. I do not need to recount the kids. We already added those in there. And then I need to add in Build a Savings, which has 146. And last but not least, we need to add in Gumball. So Gumball has there's 28 gumballs in there, so in total, my binders, I have $8,193. Let me move all these binders. So the new total, last month we ended with 6,583. This month we're ending with 8,193. So we have added in a total of $1,610. This is the total between all my binders that we are in the positive for this month. But let's look just at the ones that I keep track of, because I also need to add those up. So we have 216 plus 216 plus 75, 75, 75, 75, 125, 200, 115, 30, 1544, 900. Oh, you know what, you guys? This is wrong. Hold on. This is wrong. So this amount, I forgot to add in the monthly. 8193 plus the 900 for the monthly. So we are actually at 9,093 for my binders, minus last month's 6583, means we have actually added in $2,510. I didn't even know we had that much come in this month. Like, that's crazy to me. But let's add in, so that is everything. That's all of my challenges. That's literally every single dollar that I have sitting in my binders or in my high yield savings. Now, this is just sinking funds and long-term savings. So now we'll add this in and see what we've been able to add. So $4,571 minus, that means we have added in a total of $544 this month out of paycheck. If, for anybody that was confused, anything above this line, wow, I'm just messing this all up because I forgot to add build a savings into this. Oh my goodness, this is what happens. 544 plus 146. So here's what I need to do. I need to get rid of this line because I need to move it. That's where it threw me off. So the line should actually be here under build a savings. And the total is actually 690. We have added in $690 this month into my sinking funds and my long-term savings. If you're confused, anything above this line right here is sinking funds and long-term savings that are paid out of the paycheck. Anything below the line is just what I keep track of from Collab Pay Binder, which is just road trip savings and Disney, the Disney savings, because those are two big savings challenges that I do. And then these numbers down here are my binder totals. So I like to keep track of, like, basically my paycheck main ones. I'm not going to keep track of, obviously, bills. I'm not going to keep track of, like, mini savings challenges, etc. So that's what these numbers are. These are for long-term savings challenges and sinking funds. These two right here that are within this box are just Collab Pay that I like to kind of mentally keep track of. This down here is total for all binders, every single dollar, etc. So out of paycheck, we were able to add $690 into long-term savings challenges and sinking funds. That is amazing. I'm super proud of that. In total, out of all of my binders, we were able to save $2,510 this month. And I think that's actually the most I've ever saved in a month. Like, I don't even know where that money came from. I'm kind of mind blown right now trying to figure out where that came from, because that is a huge, huge savings. And I actually think the majority of it was honestly this Disney one. A lot of it came from Etsy. So most of this $2,510 is because my Etsy was like $600 this month. So a huge amount went into my Collab Pay Binder. So yeah, that is my monthly closeout, and I am very, very happy with it. So until next time, bye.